Hey everybody, so welcome to Cooking with Al number 4. Today we have a very good friend of mine, Nicola, with us to show us how to do a beef goulash?
Beef stew.
A beef stew.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the ingredients, then we'll do some chopping and some cooking. So Nick, over to you.
Alright then. So what we have here is all the ingredients we need to make the stew. It's a very simple stew to make. So we have obviously prime beef from Hollywood. Do I have to tell how much is in it? No. Okay. Mushrooms, an onion, garlic, some carrots. It's going to be tomato based, so a tin of tomatoes, some tomato paste, and of course olive oil, and a small sprinkling of balsamic vinegar. Okay, so we'll just get chopping and we'll get back to you very soon.
So we're all chopped. Nick,
yes.
What have we got? We've got
chopped mushrooms.
the mushies there in sort of quarters.
Yep. Chopped carrot.
So diced into little circles.
Chopped onion.
Onions.
And I'll crush a couple of garlic cloves. And yeah, so we'll get cooking.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to brown, heat the oil in the vegetarian.
We've got the gun over here.
Some olive oil, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoonfuls.
I love these exact measurements that people do.
As you get experience cooking, Alan, you'll be able to measure it in your.
So is it just like enough to get the base covered?
Yeah, you don't want too much oil because you just want to brown up the meat and the onions, so it doesn't stick basically.
Okay, so kick off with onions.
Kick off with the onions into the pan they go. A deep pan. You can cook this in the oven as well.
But since my oven doesn't work, we're cooking it on the stove top. And it is a slow cooking recipe, yeah?
Yeah. Slow cooking and makes the beef nice and tender.
Come on, Muscles.
Crikey.
Open that open too. Maybe my garlic's a bit old, I don't know.
Oh, never mind. What's wrong with the garlic?
Okay, so if your garlic press is lousy like mine obviously is, I bought it for looks, not function.
Yep, that's
you can just chop up the garlic and
just chuck it in there.
And chuck that in there. So we can, here we go, I can film and stir at the same time. Who said men can't multitask? Or do 2 things at once?
Right, so I'm just going to cook that for a wee minute.
A wee minute? What's a wee minute in Aussie?
Just soften the onion. As Huey says, to start the cooking process. Oh, my eyes are watering the onions. Okay. And then we'll just add the beef. I'm going to turn it up again. Sorry, my eyes are really watering with it.
So what sort of beef have we got here?
It's just good stewing beef. They call it goulash beef. It's like I think it's like shoulder beef or something like that.
Okay. So just chuck it all in?
Chuck it all in. And bake it up. Just want to brown the beef up.
Okay, so we'll brown that up and back in a second.
I'm just putting it in a bit here. I'll get a half moving.
So we've got this nice and browned up. As you can see in there, still a bit of cooking to go.
Just going to sprinkle just some plain flour. This just helps thicken up. You don't want too much flour because you don't want that floury taste. But just a wee sprinkle and it just helps to thicken the stew. Now
I know that is definitely plain flour, not self-raising, because I use it for schnitzels. And I've never had the schnitzel raise on me.
Alright, so I'm just going to add in the carrots. I'm not going to add in the mushrooms at this stage because they don't take long to cook.
Whereas carrots take a fair while to soften up and
then give it a nice flavour to the stew.
Which is what we want?
Lovely.
So at the moment the heat's on pretty low, yeah? So we're not getting a lot of sizzling going on.
I'll just turn it up. Now I'm going to season it. I don't know if you can see that, Alan. See, we're just putting that flour in. It's just thickening it a wee bit. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
So it's thickened up the meat juices.
Yeah. It just helps to keep the sauces thick. Right. Some red wine vinegar. Just a splurge or two. This just helps the flavour.
Now we're not using red wine today.
No, but you can if you want.
How much red wine would you put in if you're... As much as you want, without being stupid, or just...
Yeah, what, about a glass?
Chuck, smell that vinegar.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's not the thing I was thinking, but that's alright.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like that. You don't taste it, it just gives it a zangy...
Yeah.
A good... like black pepper. And it's ground black pepper. Right, what's this?
No. You gotta take the top off first.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So if it's not your own kitchen, it's...
Yeah, everything's different.
Not too much salt. You can always add to that later if you want. Alrighty, and I like to put some Italian herbs in it. You could put any kind of herbs. Just for flavour. Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly. I'm glad we got that on film finally.
Beautiful, look at that. Smashing.
Oh.
And then we pop in some kind of chopped tomatoes.
So diced tomatoes?
Yep.
We use La Gina. They don't sponsor us, but hey, you never know. I'm using a lot of tomatoes in different stuff at the moment.
I use a lot of tomatoes. I like a tomato base. Now, because we're going to be cooking this on the stove, we might need to use a little bit of water. I'll just use some from the kettle, if that's alright. Because that'll, not too much, just enough to cover it, or just nearly cover it. But we can always add to it, but that will reduce. Oh, that's looking beautiful. Can you smell that?
Yep, certainly can. The test is if little fella comes in and goes, smells good.
Yeah. No. Just add some tomato paste. A couple of spoonfuls.
Beautiful.
And just give it a good mix around. Bring it to the boil. And stick the lid on it. And simmer it for a couple of hours.
Okay, so we're just going to boil it up, bring it up to boil? Bring it to the boil, put the lid on it, simmer it, turn it down to simmer. Yep. And just keep an eye on it. If you feel that you need to add some more water, you know, if it gets too thick or whatever, you just have to keep an eye on it and stir it occasionally over a couple of hours. Okay, so we'll come back when we're about to put the veggies in. Oh, we've put the veggies in. Well, it's only mushrooms. Yeah, because they'll go in. Right, that's 2:10, so we'll cook it for a couple of hours. We'll put the mushrooms in about 3 o'clock-ish or something. Okay, cool. We'll be back then. See ya. Cooking along lovely. So here we are about an hour later. It is actually. Beautiful, right, let's get the mushies in. And I think just lots of beautiful mushrooms. We love mushrooms, don't we, Alan? I do love mushrooms. Let's give it a stir around. I don't think you need to use any more liquid than that. No, it's enough, isn't it? Beautiful. That's great. It does look awesome. So I'd say simmer it for another hour, I reckon. Nice and slowly. About another hour? But keep stirring it regularly because it might start to, because it's starting to thicken up. Right. Alright. Excellent. Thank you, Nick. You're welcome. Enjoy. I will.